Yo, what's good, YouTube? Day 9 here, I believe. We'll double check. Should probably start doing this before I record. But, we're here now. Yep, day 9. So, I was about to post a video for my main dropshipping product today. I posted one for the second product I just picked up this morning. And I was about to post one for the product I went and filmed for. I'll get into that in a minute today. But I just listened to a podcast. I don't know the exact name. I'm not going to name drop it. And whatever. The guy was talking about reality transurfing. And I don't know. I was kind of sitting here in my room just thinking, talking out loud, you know what I mean, about mindset and just being completely honest to myself. And it's not like I felt like I don't need to post a video but it's not like, see, I'm not going to say I should, you know what I mean? That's the wrong mindset to be in. I just, doing different, Instead of posting that video for my products, I would rather sit here and think to my mind and read my book and grow this component rather than sit here and stress about the time and try and get that video out right by a certain time and this and that. It's really, and you guys can, I don't know if you guys believe in frequency and vibration and stuff, but I definitely do. And I think that stuff's really important. I've seen it plenty of times in my own life here. And I just would rather not lower my frequency and instead hop on here and share my thoughts and then go get ready to go to bed or brush my teeth, I guess I should say, and then go read my book. I don't know. I just kind of had like this, like a mindset shift almost, I would say, which I would say that I've been in a mindset shift for the past 2.5 months now. But something just clicked for me right now. And it just there's almost this anxiety behind I editing that video. See, I can picture myself sitting there editing that video, almost stressing if it's going to be good or not. And that's just really not where I want to be at and where I should be at, I don't think. I think you need to really be moving at a pace of tranquility through your work to really make it in this world. I really think that this mindset stuff and these laws of the universe and vibration and all these things really matter. You know, if you look at a lot of these top performing people in this world, they are running off of these things here. And you could have $1 million, but you might not be all up here, right? And at the end of the day, when you die in the grave, the last thing you got is the mind, right? That's really the last thing. I don't know what the quote is, but it says start playing memories for 7 seconds or something. And whether you believe in God or universe, hell, heaven, whatever it is, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, the only thing that transcends is your mind. Nothing in this physical, everything you see, the fan in the background and the stocking under the TV and the light up tree, right? None of this transcends. The only thing is your mind. That's really all. And I really think it is heavily important to train your mind. As of late, probably I'd say the past week, maybe the past 2 weeks, I almost feel as if I've been slipping, pulling away. I'm doing so much better as a person and as a human, even in the mindset game, than I was a couple of months ago, right? but I can feel myself slipping. I can feel these feelings of guilt and regret by some of the actions I'm making. I'm still making good actions, I would say, right? And doing the things I need to be doing to move in the right direction. But it's this other level. It's that mindset game, right? It's hard to describe. And I could sit here and go through the actions, but I don't think the actions are really the important part. I really think it's about self-reflecting and seeing where you're at, and just being honest to yourself. Just because I'm doing better than I was 3-4 months ago doesn't mean I'm doing better than I was 2 weeks ago, right? And so it's really not about comparing yourself to X, Y, and Z, right? If you sit here and compare yourself to X, Y, and Z, you're not going to make it anywhere. You have to have this level of present thought, I would say. And that's almost kind of what just hit me. I don't want to say I got in the mode, you know what I mean? But I was literally sitting here staring at my wall, just thinking and talking to myself. Like, it makes me sound like a loony bin, right? To almost everybody. But if you're in this mindset game, and I really think if you're really truly advancing your mind, that doesn't sound crazy. You have to really sit here and think. No distractions, no nothing. It's dead silent in here right now. I can hear my washer machine right over there. That's about it. That's the only thing in here I can hear. No music, no nothing. And I really think those are the times that you can allow yourself to grow and self-analyze. And so instead of sitting here and cranking out this video, trying to get it done so I can go to bed and you know what I mean? And not that I shouldn't make a video. It's not like that. But it's just, I have this different mindset. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how the way to describe it. But I think some of you guys can pick up what I'm putting down. If this, if we get some views on this video, however many, you know what I'm saying? Even if 3 people saw this, right? We get 3 views on the video. I don't care how many views the video gets, right? It's really not about that for me. But let's just say it gets 3 views. I think that those 3 people could truly understand what I'm saying without me having to put that exact word on it, right? Like what I was just talking about. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd hop on here and speak. I can just sit here and speak my thoughts in a way, like out loud to the camera, to an audience, right? And you guys can see my process as I grow, and I can see my own process as I grow, right? That's really the point of this channel. It's not to gain some level of followers or subscribers or this or that. It's so I can watch myself evolve into the person I'm truly trying to be and what the journey is like. Because like I said, again, too, like there's always a duality of everything, right? And so as I was just saying, there's no point to compare myself to 3 months ago. In the same token, and 3 months after running this YouTube channel, I truly believe that I'll be able to look back and be in such a different mindset and such a different place and be moving at such a different pace that I don't want to compare myself to what I'm thinking now and where I'm at now, but I can really just start to understand and value how far I've truly came, right? And I really think understanding and valuing what you've done is very important, but not to the degree of valuing it where you sit here and say, okay, yeah, I've done enough. You know what I mean? You can, hold on, let me turn this off. All right, my bad, the washer machine's done. You can truly value what you've done over the past couple months and however much time, right? and lead that. Use that thought and that energy to lead you to work harder, right? It comes down to understanding what you've done and how far you've came and how much farther you can go and how much more you can do. But not having a need of worry or stress or any of these things, you know what I mean? It's really about just self-analyzing and self-respecting. I don't know why I can't English right now. It's getting bad. But self-analyzing and reflecting and respecting are very important. You have to respect yourself to raise your vibrational frequency, right? It's the same thing as feeling those feelings of guilt that I've had in these past couple weeks, which have really just lowered my state, to be honest. I'm not moving almost at the pace that I want to be, right? But then again, I can't also sit here and say that I'm not doing the things that I want to be, because that's also a energy sucker, right? That I'm preaching that almost into the universe and letting that become true, right? And so, like I said, as much as I've grown in the past 2 weeks, and I actually started drop shipping and posting videos and filming content, and I've done a lot. I have truly grown. But by the same token, I understand that I have much more left in my journey, much more to experience and see and do, because of how far I've come in the past 2 weeks. So it allows me to really almost bend my mind, and not trick it, but just help it grow in a positive direction, right? I really think it's all about growing in the better direction always, right? No matter how good, small, little, bad, it's always about growing in the positive direction. But you can't worry too much about that either, right? I don't think it's called the law of attraction, but when you obsess over something too much, it repels itself. It really does, right? It's with girls. Like, I have experienced this. So I didn't go to high school. I only went to high school for 1 year. The other 3 years 2 years was to COVID, which is just the flu. And the other year was to building this house that I'm in right now. And so I only went to high school for 1 year, but it's really interesting to see. And like, again, I'm not very prominent with women in my life right now. I'm not really worried about those things. I think that also just, those things kind of flow to you. You can't force the right relationship. I really don't believe that. It just never works out in your favor. Those kind of things flow to you. And so while I was at school this last year, I had plenty of opportunities to get with women. I mean, it's probably some of the best looking, better looking women in my school, right? And I went to a small school, 100 kids in total throughout all the grades. So it's not act like it's some large pool, right? I go out to the city and it's not comparable. But I'm just saying I didn't have any personal attraction being like, I need to get a girlfriend, right? I need to get a woman. And I think that honestly brought me way more women were attracted to me throughout the school year. I saw that personally. I've seen it over and over again. But when you sit there and think, I need a girlfriend and I need this and this, or I want this, it naturally repels itself away from you. Whereas if you're just focused on the other things in life and the things that you need to be focused on truly, that are growing yourself, those things will flow to you. It's part of the way this universe works, I believe. And so this video is about at 15 minutes or so. I should wrap it up. I'm going like in every direction here. But this is really just where my mind's at this evening. And yeah, it's really just about not obsessing over the things you want, even though I think obsession is important. to succeed. It's just not about, if you just sit here and think about, I want it, I need it, I want it, I need it. I think it's I know it's a matter of fact that will repel from you. I've had it, I've experienced it personally in my life, and watching that podcast, hearing somebody else speak of it, made it very surreal to me. And those are the kinds of things too that let you self-analyze and really see where you're at. But it's also not putting no importance on it and shunning it, right? Because if you shun something and shove it in the corner, it's also not going to gain that value that need be, right? So it's really just about your day-to-day and being in this level of tranquil, or no, I know it's tranquility. So I guess it's tranquil, and this tranquil mindset of being right down the middle, right? And not so focused on needing and wanting, but not either focused on not wanting or not needing, right? It's almost like the both of those create the opposite, right? Which is bad, right? It's this level of understanding both sides of it. Like I said earlier, the duality. You have to understand both sides to it, and really, really analyze and truly understand that. And those things will kind of come to you. And as some say, you can bend your reality as need be, which is true, right? I mean, your reality is as you perceive it. If you don't think you can bend it, you're not going to bend it. If you think you can bend your reality, you're going to bend it. So 17 minutes here, I'll leave this off with that. Like, your mindset and what you believe in is really, let me rephrase that statement there. Your reality is really as you believe it. Your mindset and everything that you do is a direct reflection of you. And that direct reflection is what controls your reality. Your unconscious and your conscious on all these things are really what control your overall reality. Your reality is yours for the taking. Most people aren't going to take theirs. That's why there's a 1% of people who can, and there's a 99 who can't. If there wasn't the 99 who can't, then nobody would. It's like if everybody had $1 million, everybody would have zero. So take your reality as you want it, and bend it to your liking. And I think that great things will happen. All right. Peace out, YouTube.